Welcome students of Form 1, and we are still talking about the self and dimensions of self, paragraph 3, chapter 1. Yes, and I've taken the learning outcome of page 13, die stress, die boeken die social studies, and in this section we will learn to discuss situations that may lead to stress. Yeah, you could also translate it as cause stress, or de impedimento causa of stress. Ja, nós discutir isso aqui. Which situations in your life cause stress? Yeah. So, and another word for lead to or cause is also de impedimento causa o stress. When I looked at the dictionary. In your life, this situation may cause stress. You see the boy, I'll never get this assignment finished in time or in by tomorrow's deadline, and he's very worried, has a stack of papers on his desk. You might have this situation also, and it may cause you stress. So it's easy to let schoolwork build up, like you see here, and create pressure, pression. Yeah. And what kind of other situations are there, and what is stress actually? I'm going to talk about that in this video. When we are under too much mental or emotional pressure, we experience stress. So we have too much mental or emotional pressure. Yeah. Too much implies that there is something that we can handle. Yeah. It's aqui no topimas. Pero when it becomes too much, yeah, mental is everything with momente. You taught me that a few weeks ago. Momente or emotion. Yeah. And if there's too much emotional or mental pressure, nós experiencia stress. So pressure is also ocupar, presión, para outra gente, of por mes, of por teacher. Yeah. And if we have too much pressure building up on ourselves, nós experiencia stress. Yeah, perhaps you recognize this too from your own life. A degree of stress is good. In Dutch, we would say een zekere mate. Yeah, I've looked it up in the dictionary and I came across the word medida and I thought of the word quantidad. So a certain quantity, a certain degree, a certain amount, quantidad segura, un medida de stress está bom, pero if it exceeds that amount, it won't be good anymore. And it's bad stress, actually. Yes? If we begin to feel that we cannot cope, and this word that is here, I believe, oh no, here. Yeah, here is the word cope. You see it? Well, it's actually here. Here's the word cope. It's very important in psychology, but also in social studies. Because people endure a lot of things. Their life isn't easy. Money, emotions, other people, expectations of society, and it builds up. And there are ways how people can cope with that. Some people do it with music, some people do it with sports, so some people of you do it with gaming. So there are all kinds of ways how people can cope with their situation. But if we feel that we cannot cope, if we feel that we cannot deal with the situations in our life, yeah. So cope means how people normally deal with the situations in their life. And if people have the feeling they cannot cope anymore, that the pressure, e pressão tá hopimas, is the build up, then stress becomes a bad thing. It becomes something that's not good. Yeah, that can have something to do with relationships, like this, but it can also have something to do with schoolwork. Yeah, so these are two examples. One has to do with schoolwork, stacking up, The other one has to do with relationships and how people interact together. And if it becomes too much, yes, this can mean negative stress. You can see their faces, face of this lady and the face of this man. They're not very positive faces, I should say. Yeah. And in figure 3.2, as you can find on page 12, yeah, it is easy to let schoolwork build up and create pressure. Yeah, ito duna presión, dibo, yamin. Yeah, but also sometimes relationships go to difficult and also tempo di stress. Yeah, so these are two examples that give stress. Perhaps you can think of a lot of other things that give stress. Think about your sports that you do, and when you have like a complex and difficult game, or you sing or dance and you have to give a performance, and you go on the stage, and just before you go on, you experience stress. But also simple things like school, a school assignment, or your exams, yeah, or the AFO last year. These are moments that give you stress. Yes, I hope this video was like helpful and informative, and I'll see you later.